Dear students, I welcome all of you to the class of chemistry on 15th February 2021. We have been studying about the types of reactions, and today we will study about the elimination reactions. Elimination reaction is the type of reaction in which saturated compound give unsaturated product saturated compound give unsaturated product, my dear students, by eliminating. Eliminating means releasing, or we can say removing atoms from its structure. Now, sometime what happens, we may have the saturated reactant, even sometimes, sorry, unsaturated reactant. So, if reactant is unsaturated, it will give more saturated product. So this is what, my dear students, we want to study today in the class about the elimination reaction. We will study the various elimination reactions with the examples. So let us look into the examples and we can understand it better. Now, first example of elimination reaction. So my dear students, I want to bring it to your notice that the first example of elimination reaction is known as the dehydrohalogenation reaction. It is known as dehydrohalogenation reactions. This is what we are going to study about. So that is what it is known as the dehydrohalogenation reaction. My dear students, in this reaction of dehydrohalogenation, we take an alkyl halides. This dehydrohalogenation reaction is also known as the beta elimination reaction. We also call it as a beta elimination reaction. So my dear students, in this beta elimination reaction, what happens that we have an alkyl halide. This alkyl halide reacts with alcoholic KOH, and when it reacts with alcoholic KOH, it gives us the alkene. So this is how, my dear students, we study about. Let us take an example that suppose we have the 1-chloroethane. So this is what it is. There we have 1-chloroethane, my dear students. This is chlorine, and then all the others are hydrogen. So this is how we have 1-chloroethane. We have 1-chloroethane. Now what happens when this 1-chloroethane is allowed to react with alcoholic KOH? You can see that this is the functional group. This is what we call it as a skeleton. This is the skeleton. We write it as a skeleton. Now what happens from here, my dear student, that this functional group is bonded to this carbon, which is known as the alpha carbon. This is what it is known as the beta carbon. Now this bond is being broken and both the electron of this bond goes with the chlorine. And my dear students, this hydrogen from the beta carbon, please remember, the hydrogen from the beta carbon get released as an H plus. Both the electrons of this beta carbon and hydrogen bond, let me show you, this is the beta carbon. It has got 2 electrons. There is a bond over here. These 2 electrons from the beta carbon and hydrogen bond, they make the carbon-carbon double bond. This is what it happens. And ultimately, this hydrogen is being removed as an H plus. This Cl goes as a Cl minus. And this H plus and Cl minus gives us the HCl as a product. And my dear students, we will get H, then C, double bond C. Then my dear students, we have another H over here. And then we have 2H over here. And this is what it gives us, the ethene. So this is how, my dear students, we understand the example of elimination reaction where the beta elimination takes place, and this reaction is known as dehydro. Please remember, dehydro and halo. So what is the meaning of hydro and halo? Hydro, halo. D means remove. The meaning of dehydrohalogenation. So D, it simply means remove. And what is being removed? Hydrogen is removed. You can see that hydrogen is removed and halogen, that is chlorine, is removed. So we can remove Cl, Br, I, this kind of substances. And then we get the dehydrohalogenation reaction. And we get, this is the saturated product. From the saturated product, we get the unsaturated product. So this is how the saturated and unsaturated product, my dear students, we can understand. And I hope if you have any doubt, you can ask. Or please reply that you do not have any doubt so that we can move forward. Okay, let me explain one more example to you, my dear students. So now we'll understand. Please remember that the elimination reactions are used to prepare alkenes and alkynes. Please remember, my dear students, that these elimination reactions are used to prepare alkenes and alkynes. Now let us see one more reaction which is known as the dehalogenation reactions. The another example of elimination reaction. Is the another example that we are going to study now is known as dehalogenation reaction. Dehalogenation reaction. Let us study about the dehalogenation reaction, my dear students. I'm just going to write a compound. This compound is known as 1,2-dibromo 1,2-dibromo ethane. please remember that this compound is known as 1,2-dibromoethane. Here you can see one speciality, that both the bromines, both the bromine atoms are on the neighboring carbon. So you can see that both the bromine atoms are on the neighboring carbon. And my dear students, please remember that such dihalide, dihalide means having two halogen atoms, such dihalides are called vicinal dihalide. Vicinal dihalide. So dehalogenation reaction takes place into the vicinal dihalide. Dehalogenation of vicinal dihalide. My dear students, what do you mean by vicinal dihalide? Vicinal dihalide is a dihalide in which two halogen atoms are present on the neighboring carbons. And this compound IUPAC name has got 1,2-dibromoethane. Let me write the E properly so that there will be no confusion. It will be 1,2-dibromoethane. So this 1,2-dibromoethane, my dear students, when it reacts with zinc metal, it produces CH2 double bond CH2 and it gives us ZnBr2. So this is what it is, the reaction which is known as the dehalogenation reaction. Means, what is the meaning of dehalogenation? Let us try to understand what is the meaning of dehalogenation. So dehalogenation, that is, D means to remove, D means remove, and halogens, that is removal of halogen, that is what it is known as the dehalogenation. Let me explain this kind of dehalogenation with one more example, my dear students. Suppose we have a compound which is known as CH3 CHBr CH2Br, and then, my dear students, we have Zn zinc. That simply leads us to form CH3CH double bond CH2, and we get ZnBr2. Let us understand this concept, or let us understand this in little detail. So again, you can see that we have a compound. This compound we call it 1,2-dibromo propane. This compound is 1,2-dibromo propane, my dear students. Please remember that this compound is a vicinal dihalide. This compound is vicinal dihalide because two bromine are present on the neighboring carbon. You can see that this is the first bromine, this is the another bromine, and here we have all H. Now, my dear students, what happens that when it is allowed to react with zinc, please remember that when this compound is allowed to react with zinc, we have two bromines. So one bromine takes the electron and goes as a Br minus. One double bond electron goes and this bromine goes as a Br plus, or not this way. If if we try to explain it not in that manner, but you can see that, my dear student, we will not consider it as a Br plus, but here what happens, my dear students, that this bromine and the another bromine, these two bromine are being removed. This bromine and this bromine are being removed as a Br minus or in a stepwise manner, and then we get, here we get the double bond. So you can easily understand, my dear students, that we will have H, C, H and H. Then, my dear students, we have C, then again we have H, then here we have double bond, and then we have CH and H, and this Zn turns out to be ZnBr2. That means both these bromine are removed as a Br minus. And then they combine with the Zn to give us ZnBr2. And this particular product that we get is known as propene, or we can call it as a 1-propene. So this is how, my dear students, we can have this elimination reaction. That is the elimination from vicinal dihalide, and it is used to make the alkene. So this is what it is, alkene, which is prepared from the vicinal dihalide. Vicinal dihalide. There is one more example, my dear students, we can understand. So we are studying the examples of elimination reactions. This example, what I'm going to give you, that you have studied even into the 10th standard, my dear students. So let me give you this example. Suppose you have ethanol, that is your CH3CH2OH. This ethanol is, when allowed to react with the concentrated H2SO4, when this is allowed to react with the concentrated H2SO4, my dear students, we get ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, and a water molecule. So again, this particular reaction is known as the dehydration reactions. This is dehydration reaction. Why dehydration? Because a water molecule is removed from ethanol. Please remember, my dear students, that here we have ethanol, and this is what we get, ethene. Again, my dear students, you can even observe and understand it well that this is the saturated saturated reactant, and that gives us the unsaturated product. Now, this is again a beta elimination reactions. So let us study this beta elimination reaction, my dear students. You can see I am going to draw ethanol for you. This is ethanol. You can see in this ethanol there are two parts. This portion, we call it as a skeleton, and this portion we call it as a functional group. So here we can say this is functional group. As this is functional group, my dear students, this is what it is known as the alpha carbon. This is what it is known as the beta carbon. So the electron from this carbon they goes on oxygen, and the electron of this carbon hydrogen bond, they make double bond between these two carbon. This is what it is done in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, my dear students, and finally we get product HCH, double bond C, H and H, and this, this H plus goes out as a, this hydrogen goes out as a H plus by taking the electron, this goes out as a OH minus, and H plus and OH minus gives us water. As water molecule is removed, this process is known as a dehydration process. So we can even mention it over here that water molecule is removed. Water molecule is removed. Therefore, this reaction is known as dehydration reaction. So this is how, my dear students, from ethanol we get ethene. Please remember, this is even a very important example of elimination reaction. बच्चों, अगर आपको इसमें कोई डाउट है तो आप प्लीज मुझे पूछ लीजिए कि आपको अभी एलिमिनेशन में कोई डाउट है क्या? Do you have any doubt into the elimination? You can ask me if you have any doubt. Now, my dear students, we are going to study something very interesting about the elimination from unsaturated compound. So suppose, my dear students, we have a compound which is known as C double bond C. Then we have H and H, H and Br, which is known as the 1-bromoethene. Let us say 1-bromoethene. Now, from this 1-bromoethene, my dear students, from this 1-bromoethene, if we allow this 1-bromoethene to react with NaNH2, sodamide, NaNH2. This NaNH2, my dear students, we call it as a sodamide. Please remember, can you please repeat after me? Sodamide. Okay. I request you to repeat after me. It's better if you repeat. It is known as sodamide. So, my dear students, here this sodamide reacts with 1-bromoethene, and there are two. So, my dear students, we get here the CH, triple bond CH. Please remember, my dear students, that we get CH, triple bond CH, and dear students, we get NaBr, and we get NH3 as a product. So please remember, my dear students, that this Br combined with Na, and this H combined with, not this H, my dear students, actually, but one H, this H combined with NH2, and thus finally get with NaBr and NH3. So this is the kind of reaction in which you can easily see that this is an unsaturated product. And here you get ethyne. This ethyne is more unsaturated. So this is also the example of the elimination reactions. Now please remember, my dear students, that again 1-bromoethene, we can prepare it from the vicinal dihalide. So if we have the vicinal dihalide like CH2C, sorry, it's my mistake. Suppose we have this kind of compound where we have 2 Br present on the neighboring carbon, which is vicinal dihalide. It is 1,2-dibromoethane. We can write it 1,2-dibromoethane. So from this, my dear students, from this 1,2-dibromoethane, if we allow it to react with alcoholic KOH, we get 1-bromoethene. Please remember that if we have vicinal dihalide and if we allow it to react with alcoholic KOH, we will get 1-bromoethene. So this is even an IMP example of this kind of reactions, my dear students. So dear students, I hope you have understood. Now if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, dear students. So what have we seen today? That we have studied about the elimination reaction. In the elimination reaction today, my dear students, we have seen that during the process of elimination, we have observed that we can prepare alkene and alkyne by this method, by elimination reaction. We have seen that we can prepare alkene. We can prepare alkene by 3 different ways. We have seen that we can prepare it from the alcohol with concentrated H2SO4. We have seen that we can prepare it from the vicinal dihalide. With the reaction with zinc, my dear students, we have even seen that we can prepare it from the alkyl halide using the alcoholic KOH. This is how we can prepare alkene. So one more thing, my dear students, we can even prepare the alkyne by using the elimination reactions. So we can prepare alkyne from monohaloalkene. We can prepare alkyne from monohaloalkenes. And we can do it from monohaloalkene. We can allow it to react with sodamide NaNH2, and thus we get alkyne. Please remember, my dear student, that if we have vicinal dihalide, please remember, this is even a very important point, that if we have vicinal dihalide, and if this vicinal dihalide is allowed to react with alcoholic KOH, we will get monohaloalkane. Monohaloalkene. Please remember that we will get monohaloalkene, and from this monohaloalkene, with the reaction with sodamide, we can get alkyne. So this is how it's very simple and very easy for you, my dear students, to remember about this elimination reactions. Dear students, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or you may go for the next class. Bacho, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or you can go for the next class.
No doubt.
Okay then, my dear students, I hope you have enjoyed the studies, and wish you happy learning.